All right, it is 6 o'clock, so all of you that are way in the back there. If we move the first two rows of chairs, you know what that means?
We'd be in the front.
Exactly, but we'll let you stay back there.
Sitting in the back row.
Gary, take care of him back there.
Permits or ordinances.
All right, I'd like to start with warrants. I'd like to make a motion that we accept accounts payable number 114 for $87,589.66. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And this is 21,000 of that is for the fire department, and grading was another 25,000. And this one and the next one are still last year's, which is why they're 114, 115, because Ashley's trying to finish out last year, paying all last year's bills. July 1st is a new year. We didn't even have to celebrate New Year's Eve. I don't know what happened there. All right, I'd like to move that we accept accounts payable number 115 for $4,829.29. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'd like to move that we accept payroll number 1 for $6,765.48. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'd like to move that we accept accounts payable number 2 for $2,081.59. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to move that we accept accounts payroll, number 3 for $2,190.68. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And lastly, I'd like to move that we accept accounts payable number 4 for $7,010.30. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to move that we accept the minutes for June 29th, 2026 select board meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Give that one shared.
Okay.
Nice to have choices, huh? One has Lisa's name on it.
Oh, that's right, because Lisa was still,
Yeah, she's
so
sorry.
you can't sign it.
Let's rework and if I see Lisa.
You'll have other things to sign today, I suspect. A few things. Citizens issues, and I just want to put out there, citizens issues about citizens issues, not about personnel issues. I just want to put that out there. If it's a personnel issue, we'll talk about it elsewhere. You don't want to put anybody under the bus.
Don't even know you're trying.
Good, good. Anything? No, you're just here for the fun.
I just have a question. If I want to send thank you notes to different boards or whatever committees, so do I just send it to here and then get disseminated that way?
Yeah, if you would just put on it that this is for the planning board or the CEO or whatever.
Yeah, attention, whatever. Send it to the town office.
I wasn't sure where to send.
Yeah, there's actually a mailbox for every single committee
Oh,
here.
I still haven't thanked you. No, my bulletin.
I love that. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I have just feel like having sat on some of the planning board in the public side, that I think I need to acknowledge that they've just been wonderful with, not that you guys haven't, but they've taken it's been a lot of stuff, and I do appreciate that, that they research what they need to do. And John, sometimes I thought it was too slow, but now I realize, no, he's really methodical. Well, it's good. And I said to my husband that I like that he really listens to the community, but also follows the ordinances. And that's really important. This big thing is he's here for the community.
Well, I will encourage the planning board to listen to at least the first 5 minutes of this meeting. Yeah, I'm sure they would appreciate that. Yeah, and Aaron is on,
Aaron Alder, I saw.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
yeah. All right, so no citizens issues? Gary?
No, other than I just wanted to follow up with the Tom Beatty situation. I don't know where you are with that.
Actually, not very far. And I passed there yesterday and I thought, okay, we need to talk about that again, because I'm seeing bags of trash, but I haven't seen anything move.
Yeah, I know, because the last time we had talked about it, you said, you would be interested in me following up on
The number of cars.
the number of cars. There's clearly two visible from the road. I know you've been out back, I haven't, and where we have both been prohibited from entering the property. If, I guess the question to you is it your intention, if there's more than enough vehicles, to pursue the junkyard statute, under state legislation? Because it's gonna be a complicated issue for me to get around that. I mean, I can go onto a butter's property, I can take my boat around the island, make binoculars, but if you're asking me to do that, you had no intention of following through it, seems like a waste of time.
No, I feel like because we got one written and one verbal complaint, that I feel like we need to follow through with that. At least some of the vehicles, and the vehicles are full of bags of stuff. I did see that today. Yesterday I went really slow and looked, and, there was also.
The bags are creeping toward the road.
Yeah, they're now purple bags that weren't there before, and, when I.
Have you followed up with Catherine and Henderson?
Kathy, I did, but her comment to me was that, Kathy is she's our health officer. Every town has one. So I contacted her and she did some research, but basically unless she can get in the house, her hands are tied as well. And just, if we're not allowed in
Well, in this
the
case,
building,
the garbage.
it's garbage outside.
Yeah, I don't. It seems like in this situation, unlike the last one we were dealing with, there's more of a health issue involved than now than there was then. So I think, where we have no ordinance language, addressing any of these issues. It's my hope that there's some language in the health legislation.
Not anything that Kathy saw, but one of the things, one of you pointed out.
Yeah, so DEP has a rule that we could use on the outside trash issue, and I talked to a DEP guy who oversees that stuff, and his real comment was that when you get a situation like this, it's much more towards the mental health issue than it is the actual trash issue. And to go in heavy-handed with an enforcement kind of action in that situation, he said, will ultimately fail every time.
Of course.
So what they try to do is get a mental health care person involved to go make a contact, try to gain trust. It's a long, drawn-out sort of process. But that's how they have found success in getting the stuff cleaned up, is to work on mental health issue first. Get somebody in there to make a contact that's not a confrontational or controversial, and then offer the help to get the stuff taken care of and get it out there.
And that reminds me, I did talk to the sheriff, after he had done a wellness visit. And because it was also another issue that we were dealing with mental health. And he did say that there is an officer, there is a deputy and I think he's called a resource officer, but he was out on sick leave. And, I have his name at home and I'll follow up on that. So don't do anything else until I'll try again to see if he's back. But you're right. I checked into that one and there was someplace else too. And, with older folks, younger folks sometimes carry with them some kind of, like, either a counselor or something. If they've had issues in school, there's somebody sort of that follows them along. But for you and me, if we have mental health issues, and we're all capable of it, if we haven't had a counselor, or if my doctor hasn't notice something strange and set me up with one, then it's really hard to get anybody to get help. But supposedly the deputy from Wiscasset, that they're supposed to be a resource and help with these kind of things.
Yeah.
Because it's really a mental health issue more than anything else.
Yeah, I think in that situation, where there has to be a little party on the other. I don't think you can.
Yeah, the problem is with most of these mental health issues, they aren't willing, they don't think they have any health problems.
I think that usually starts with family involvement, and it doesn't seem like this is one of those situations.
No. So let me follow up with, the deputy again, and then I'll get back with you, on that. Yes,
Surrounded family involved that, oh,
Not at the moment.
there is family involved. Yeah.
just so sad.
So another thing that came up is the Edgecombe Fire Department is
That's
looking
what-
for vehicles.
Yep.
So if we could maybe approach it like, hey, there's an opportunity for you to make something good donation. They're looking for old vehicles to tear apart with their jaws of life and training. That's what they're looking for.
Get all the garbage out.
They will come and get the vehicles. So there's no cost at all to the person. All they have to do is say, yeah, they can have them, so.
So let me check back to see if the deputy's around, and I'll check with Edgecombe too. I couldn't remember who told me, and I didn't have it written down.
Clean up the whole island.
Anybody else? Gary, do you know of any others? Especially if we can get rid of some for free?
Any other dump vehicles or?
Yeah.
It's funny, right? I don't even like want to volunteer.
If I find they're willing, and in a need of vehicles, we'll have to talk about how we could
Find out how
advertise it.
many they could actually
They could be-
use.
they could do a roundup. Call Edgecombe and say, we got 74. Come get them.
Yeah, so thank you for checking into that. Yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge, and it's always a challenge when I try to talk to her. And I know you have the same issue, so, yep. All right, road commissioner report.
Darwin,
Yep,
debris removed from the road,
Thank you.
What's that, Jim?
cross fall and problems. Lower Shore Road.
Lower Shore.
As you see, this gravel pile was diminishing a little bit.
mhm,
We put 64 yards over here when we were grading. Put 16 on West Shore Road, we were grading because there's a bunch of sticks up in the road. And we put 760 yards on Post Office Road,
wow.
one end to the other.
Great.
Is that normal, Jim, or more than usual, or less than usual?
Well, got 10 miles of dirt road, we need to surface mile of road a year. We're not quite where we can do that yet, but with all the complaints and nothing to grade, I really had no choice to stop the complaints. That road gets a lot of traffic. I did put the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit signs up.
It's not down yet?
No, I think anybody, some people that live on the road hasn't even seen it.
I was wondering who your biggest complainer was.
So,
No bullet holes through it.
I think they focus mostly on the main road.
So we said, soft grading to something grading. Back door road, I was gonna put a few load on that, and we did the same thing, one end to the other, 192 yards. So one truck's been working out good, the grader isn't sitting there idle. So the other truck's just been hauling in here, cause I still gotta have 300 left here for Jack when he does Baker Fruit. So the plan is, from the cistern to the end of the town road to do the same thing, cause there's nothing to grade there. It hasn't been graded in the last couple of years like Back Door Road. nothing to grade, no point tearing up, you know, the base gravel.
When you say nothing to grade, what do you mean, like, there's no?
No surface gravel. It's just,
Oh, I see.
Material.
it's just,
You need
stuff.
like soft surface material in order to grade it.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause once you start turning them up, you don't take enough of a cut to push it back down the road. So it all is material lost, basically. So that's where we're at.
Been busy.
Trying to get this graveling done so we can take the grader out of here, bring the excavator down here, there's culverts, but we may be, that may be a while because we got other things. They're paving over next to them. We gotta do schoolwork over there so they can pave the school, we got other stuff going on, but I wanna get this part done. It ain't very often you hear a dirt guy wish for rain, but an overnight steady rain not hurt my feelings, tighten this material up a little bit.
Then how am I gonna fishtail the
Right.
most on this road?
Well, I knew Saturday morning, I said, I gotta put them signs up. So I can say I've done my part. The dust, we need some rain. Cause a little rain, tighten that stuff up and then it won't be so dusty. And back a little better. It's as compacted right now as it's gonna be till we get spring.
Oh, this gardener wants some rain too.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
Yep, yep. All right, committee reports. Anything on your committee or you want to talk about your,
We met on Sunday, we cleaned up,
who's we?
6 of us on the committee.
What committee?
What committee?
Oh, Cemetery committee. And we went into the Jewett Bruce Pierce Cemetery, which is on Main Road, but just opposite the southern end of West Shore Road. It's in a little ways, and it's not right along the road. And we, 6 of us cleaned up the existing cemeteries. One is fenced in and the other is not. The Jewett is not, and the Bruce Pierce has a nice fence on it. And so we spent about, most of us, of the 6 of us, spent about an hour there, hour and a half cleaning. Chuck got there at 7 o'clock in the morning and he cut down a lot of the trees on the path or the old road going into it. And we took advantage of the fact that we had a quorum and we nominated Bailey as chairperson and Trevor Harris as secretary.
Great. By the way, this is our new select board person. For those of you who don't know, you should know by now, this is Sherry Nelson.
Multitasker extraordinaire.
Any updates on any of your committees? Nope. Okay.
Oh, Bill, one more thing.
Yep.
Randy got ferry landed. We've probably seen it.
Yep.
I started spreading long week go Sunday, wheelbarrow, and he did it, finished it Monday and did the cold patch. I think things should be good there for the big wind down.
Yeah, he also took care of around the latrine that was stuck, was the yew was growing. You couldn't even tell there was a path there. And every year we'd said, we're gonna get to it when we finish weeding, and we haven't finished weeding yet. So yeah, I saw he had done that. Great job. I just remembered, we also had a conservation commission meeting, last week. And we voted in new, chairperson and, secretary treasurer. And the new chair is, Zach, Cortez. I do the S and the T. Really nice young fella. And so he's gung ho and, doing a great job already. And the secretary is, Tom Perry, who lives across from, Clock Point or Clock Point, depending on how you say it. Yeah, also fairly new on the island, but excited that people are taking an interest. All right, we have a bunch of select board business, as you can see on your little agenda. We need to elect a select board chair.
Nominate Donna.
Second.
What I say? Huh. Okay, We need to elect a board of
Wait,
assessors.
shouldn't you vote?
We did.
Did you?
Sherry and I
I
voted.
did.
Aye.
Aye.
Vote 2-1, Donna said.
I have
Zero.
zero.
Okay.
We need to elect a board of assessors chair, and I'm gonna nominate, Sherry.
I second it.
Who's been really, she's been hanging out with Lisa for a good while now, and I feel like is ready to take that on. All right,
Vote.
let's
Aye.
vote. Aye. Aye, and it's 3-0.
3-0 this time, all right.
Uh,
Confident.
we need to elect a select board property committee representative. And I don't know who I would select or suggest, but I'm gonna go for
Suggest Sherry.
Want a second?
I'll second it. Yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we need to elect Lincoln County Regional Planning Commission Select Board Representative. And I believe, Sherry, would you be interested in doing that?
Yes.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we need an alternate.
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Kim. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can you type that fast?
Yeah, got it off.
All right, something that we need to sign is, we started this, first year I was here, feels like 20 years ago. It was 4 years ago. Where if only one of us is around, we need to be able to sign the warrant so that the staff can get paid. And so there's a policy and it's a state, it's based on the state policy, but it has to be renewed every single year. And that only allows the staff to get paid. If there aren't at least 2 signatures, then we can't pay other bills. So, and typically all 3 of us sign every week when Ashley sends us the bills. And we just approve it once every couple of weeks. But anyway, I'd like to make a motion that we accept this policy on treasurers, reimbursement, warrants for employee wages and benefits, education costs, and state fees. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This also includes like when Ashley or Dee Dee, they have to submit their state fees, things that they collect, and then things that have to go to the state. If there's at least 1 signature, then that can be taken care of. All right, so we approve that? We voted on it?
Yeah, and I think you signed it, yeah.
All right, next is a pretty thick document. You guys will remember it. It's the, our warrant that we went, what day was that? 20th?
The warrant record.
Yes, it's a warrant record. It's a record of what happened. So it includes the, just do with it. It includes, all of the articles and then how they were, voted. And if there are any minutes or any notes, that happen that are relevant, they're also included in this. And this becomes a public record.
At the time.
Yeah, and so we all looked at that over the weekend, and I'd like to make a motion that we accept it as is. Do I have a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
And you don't have to sign that, I don't believe, because you signed the warrant, that's just the warrant record, as long as you approve it, I don't think he.
Well, there's a place to sign, so we're gonna
Well,
go
I
ahead and
know,
sign it
because
anyway.
it's the warrant. I don't really know, but.
Okay,
You
we're gonna
signed
sign
the
it.
warrant,
We're
so-
gonna sign it.
So do you want me to sign it or not?
You can do what you want, and I'll figure it out, reprint the last page of my app.
I almost signed this my first.
Go ahead, sign,
Okay, you can come and get me if I need to.
sign your alias, whatever. Want to do.
It's Lisa's name, I can't sign.
That's right.
Yep, there you go.
Okey dokey. You weren't there. Well, you were there, but not there. All right, we have a liquor license for, this weekend's, big affair with, Friends of Westport Island History. We need to approve that? You,
We're all good with it.
okay. Is there anything we have to sign or whatever?
No, it's come to me in the computer and I can hit approve. I had asked him just because I was unsure because it's a public
Right.
park kind of situation. I've never had that before and I didn't realize they were gonna be serving alcohol. I was surprised when I got the application, but Kim has the expert here.
Kim's was working
figured
on
it out.
Yep.
And I think they submitted an amended one based on your
They did.
Yeah,
colleagues' advice. or
Jeff
something.
called today and he said he had amended.
Okay, yeah, so I'll take a look and give the old okay tomorrow on the computer. You guys wanna, do you wanna vote on it here, just so it's on the record?
All right, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the liquor license for, Hoya
As amended.
as amended. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, do you want to talk to us about the land use, and schedule? April?
Worked on that on Thursday, which seems like a million years ago. Okay, so the land use permit, you guys had asked me to put the prices on it. Right? Isn't it?
Yep.
Can I see it if you have anything? That would help.
Yeah, I know we talked
Okay.
about it the other day.
Yes. So that people can like see it and know what the fee's gonna be or figure it out
That's right, we talked about putting the fees on there,
on the actual schedule. So I
on
just
the
did
schedule.
that. The only issue is that we didn't have fees for some of the things, like with that we permit for. I think we've never gotten the nitty gritty. So I threw a few things on there, like when it comes to mobile homes, manufactured homes, putting them on a property, $100. What? I should be asking Gary. He's not the.
No, mobile home is just the same square footage thing as a.
It's the square footage.
building.
Okay,
So why don't we hold off on that until, and revise it again?
yeah.
Before.
Well, we could just cross it off. Seasonal residence conversions, $100. Do you do that square footage as well? You charge, it's an LPI thing, but for some reason, it's
No, there's a state
Permit.
mandated fee for seasonal conversions. It's got nothing, it's a
Okay.
separate deal. It's not.
Alright.
Nothing that has to be dealt with under the building permit.
Gotcha.
application.
So basically, me guessing is probably not gonna cut the mustard. I just did like round numbers, it seemed right, but Gary, let's talk about it and we'll make sure we have the right prices on here. And
Makes sense.
I tried to simplify the copying for you so that you basically don't have to do any scanning or copying. I'll do it at the beginning, I'll do it at the end, and that's it. There's no intermediate stuff.
So that's a application for land use permit,
Yes.
and we can approve that one? Or,
Um,
oh no, because that has the prices attached.
Get the prices.
Yep.
Straightened out.
We'll
with
get
Gary.
that straightened,
Um,
okay. All right,
If you wanna, could you do me a favor?
I could. Will I?
Will you? I'm trying to get some of the like procedural, I'd like to get the procedural stuff approved. So it was two procedural things. The first one was trying to reduce any like scanning that Gary has to do, which is done here. And the second was that Ashley raised a concern about me giving you a copy of the packet, because now we end up with a copy of the packet and the packet floating around. It gets confusing. So we'd like to just give you the original. Don't shred it. We'll scan it in and then you can have the original and just give the original back, and that way we don't end up with duplicates floating around. Which I think,
You mean go back to the way we used to do it?
yeah.
Just for something.
Almost, except the original is scanned in now, so if something happens to it, we can get it back and we can all see it. While Gary get off the permit, so we're gonna do that too.
I told
So-
you this was a test, Gary.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep tweaking it.
yes, if you wanna approve the
We can do
administrative,
that.
the
Yep.
office use section,
Yep,
then I will confirm with Gary to get the pricing part right.
Yep.
And we can work on that next time.
so. I'd like to make a motion that we accept the change to the town of Westport Island application for land use permit and land use fee schedule with the changes to the process, not any of the prices. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, And-
Just have one more question on the action part. Are we now rejecting the permit application, you know, form? Or,
Oh, I don't think so.
not rejecting, but they're still using them.
Yeah.
They'll slap their hand.
They haven't, I mean, there's probably, I'm sure they're floating around. But no, definitely not.
so they're not available on the website?
Right.
Website.
No, we're passing out
And they're
the,
not available here. Hard copy.
right.
So anybody that has one has a stack of them.
Yeah,
It's something they've been planning to do for quite a while and they finally getting ready to fill it out. Yep. Are you getting some that are the
Well, there's
ones?
been a couple that can.
Yeah,
I suspect you won't get too many more of them.
April, can you put like a date on the bottom of the form?
that's a good idea. The date, like it was, amended.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, yeah. Will do.
that way we'll know which,
When we have new
Version.
forms coming out.
Yeah, we have like 4 new versions already.
Yeah, and as we said, we're trying a new process and it's not gonna be perfect at first or the second. Chances are not the third or the fourth. All right.
I think it's good. I think
How
it's-
about the variance appeal form?
So I worked on this months ago, actually. And I was emailing with Ralph and maybe with Gary too. We have an old variance and administrative appeal application from many, many moons ago. The two kinds of appeals are mixed together on one form, and so I don't even remember the issue that was arising at the time. There was somebody who's, oh, maybe it was Debbie. I remember the Debbie Williams thing.
It could have been.
Yeah.
No, I think it was before that.
Yeah. Anyways, I took, instead of having one form mixed together, I made
Two
an
forms.
administrative appeal form and a variance appeal form. And just tried to simplify it, put it on one page each and like refer people to the ordinance for the standards and stuff. Andy Grott had to file one, so he had the old form and he, you know, he came in actually asking me about it and I was like, oh, here you go. And he's like, oh, that's not the form Gary gave me. And I was like, oh, well, go ahead and use the old one. That's fine. You know, maybe we should discuss this more, I thought. And, then he came back to return it and he didn't use the old one because he found it too confusing. And I was like, me too. Why I changed it? So it occurred to me that we probably should like
Two separate forms.
vote on it and make it official and whatever. So Gary, I think you were copied when I was emailing these around, but it's just basically for the variance, it says, see the building code ordinance and the shoreline zone ordinance sections, lists them out for the legal standards. And then write us a little essay about it. So it doesn't like have any specific questions. It just basically says, these are the standards. Tell us why you think you should get the variance. Sign, date, print. And then the admin appeal asks for the alleged decision, erroneous decision that they're appealing and what date it was on. Talk about why they think they should get it. And if it's more than 30 days, why they should get the extension. So that's the idea.
Yeah, I think probably it would be a good idea to bring Ralph into the conversation to see what he would be looking for, when people present them, because there are 4 different criteria that you have to address in order to be granted a variance, under hardship, criteria. So I think the application should at a minimum address those 4 questions, or those 4 elements. But there may be other things that the Board of Appeals would like to see on the application, so. I think, maybe I have a powwow. It seems like there may be an opportunity upcoming shortly if that happen.
Yeah.
Probably not, but
Link.
Oh, there will be.
so have you talked to,
I'm just emailing them, but I can't find the exact one right now. So if we can wait on it.
Yeah,
I
let's-
just brought it up, so I'm
yep,
like, oh
yep.
shoot, Andy used it. And we never actually voted on it.
Yep. so maybe a note to talk to Ralph and see what he
Okay.
thinks about those two.
I will,
Well, on the good side of that is, by the time something gets to an appeal, there's a pretty substantial record already in existence.
Oh, yeah.
That gets transmitted to the Board of Appeals, so, and that's a pretty good foundation, but it's the applicant's, obligation to make the argument on why they
Right,
qualify for a variance.
why they deserve it. Yeah. All right, moving along, one of the things, we've been talking a little bit about in, April did a little bit of research and, you know, there was this issue around, when Kelp or anyone else uses pesticides, they post it at the site to say, you know, it's been sprayed. And what we'd like to do is ask them to notify us at the town, and then we can post it on our website so that you're not going on a picnic with your granddaughter.
I got the
And-
oven on.
You know how to mute,
What's that?
I was gonna say, I think she doesn't know she's unmuted.
Yeah,
You can mute her.
so anyway, what we would do then is if they're gonna spray like it, and they don't spray, but do look their little spot, whatever they do. You know, instead of you taking a child there and planning to have a picnic and you realize, oh, they just sprayed, that if we know about it, we can post it and then you can know up front before you head out. So it's just notifying you before you ever get there, if you look at Facebook or our website or whatever. So we're gonna be talking to Kelp to ask them to do that for us. They don't do it very often, maybe once a year, maybe not even a year. It's not something that they commonly do, but we are asking them to sort of do that for us so that everybody's clear about when that's happening. We have this committee that's called the Fire Station Committee, and I guess we were pretty,
Did you wanna vote on the health thing?
oh, yes. All right, so
What are the parameters of it?
of Kelp,
Yeah, like are you expecting a 30-day notice, a 7-day notice, a 24-hour notice?
I would think it's 7-day notice and much notice. I would think they would probably have 7 days notice that they're gonna do it. And you wouldn't need much more than that, but
It
just,
probably says in those regulations,
yeah,
there's two parts to the regulations. One part is if you're a property owner, you can get on a list at the state where anytime a pesticide applicator sprays anywhere near contiguous to your property, they have to notify them. So that's available to individual property owners. It didn't sound like it was available to like a municipality. But then there's another aspect where you can get notified by that particular applicator who maybe does a lot in your town. And that sounded more like it would be appropriate for municipalities. So since the Kelp spraying was the one it seemed concerned about, yeah, if you get on their list, and I'm pretty sure they'd be happy to do that as
Mhm.
well.
I'd also like to talk to any of the arborists that spray, because, you know, there are lots of, tree growth, you know, and if they're spraying for the different, critters that we have that are destroying trees, it'd be nice to know that before you take a walk out in the woods. So we'll see what we can do about that. But there are some regulations and, we're just trying to make sure that the town is notified, so that we can notify the public as best we can.
So Donna motion to ask.
So, I make a motion that we request Kelp, to inform us regarding the use of pesticides and get on their mailing list or whatever it is. Do I have a second? Second, all in favor?
Hi.
All right, next on our list is the, Fire Station Ad Hoc Committee, who we made for a year, thinking that we'd be done with it. And it's an ad hoc committee, but we still need them for another year. And so we need to amend the town, committee's policy to update to say that the end of their term is, 6/30/27, not 6/30/26. Do I have a second for that amendment? Second. All in favor?
Hi.
wait till they all find out they're on the hook for another year.
Don't tell them.
Yeah, we didn't bring it up, we just.
Surprise them. In fact, maybe we won't say anything, right? Of course, they think it's already due, or past due, right?
They have a meeting tomorrow, so.
Let's see who shows up. All right, we have some appointments.
Form
and
them all.
some,
I'm hoping Jason's late so we can vote him as chairperson before he gets there.
Appointments and resignations. I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Jim Cromwell at the E911 addressing officer. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
This used to be Evan Gudkowski's position. And because we have an ordinance now that deals with driveways, Gary has to go and check out the driveway. Jim has to go out and look at the driveway, and Evan was having to look at the driveway to give an address. He's the one that says, okay, this is 538 Main Road, this is a new one, we're gonna make it 539 or whatever else. So we just felt like it didn't make sense to have three people. It's hard enough to coordinate with Gary and Jim, and so we asked if Jim would be willing to do it. And we also checked with Evan, and he was fine with it. So of course it would be, yeah. So I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Jim Cromwell, the E911 addressing officer. Do I have a second?
Already done that.
You've already done it.
Oh,
It's done.
okay. Well, I just want to make sure. And you will have some training to go to. All right,
Don't forget Ashley as my deputy.
That's right, that's next.
that's next.
That's next.
All right, I'd like to appoint Ashley Murray as the E911 addressing officer deputy. We need somebody to kick his,
Second.
yeah, second, all in favor.
Aye.
All right, next, Susan Gallagher, who was on the Conservation Commission, is now, wants to focus her time and energy on the planning board. So, is resigning from the Conservation Commission. So I'd like to move that we accept Susan Gallagher's resignation from the Conservation Commission. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Can we appoint Jim Wells?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to.
Next, as I said, we had a meeting last week with the Conservation Commission, and we had a new, visitor. And so, I'd like to, make a motion that we appoint Jim Wiles as Conservation Commission Associate. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
All right, one of the things I already talked to, the planning board chair, John Henderson, there is a meeting coming up. It's actually not an all-day workshop. It's a 4 to 8:30 workshop at night. It's in, Bangor, but, I will check with the planning board and the appeals board. We do support people going and getting that training. It's mostly for new people. Susan's a new person. I'll invite her. Gary, you want to go to it again?
Thank you.
Okay.
So that does conflict with one of the proposed study sessions, for the planning board on the Verizon.
No, and she may not want to go anyway. It's in Bangor from 4 to 8:30 at
Yeah,
night.
well, I thought that was supposed to be like 4 to 6, on the 28th of July.
Yeah.
Which is, so I think that's a conflict.
Yeah.
Those planning board workshops are offered quite frequently on Zoom too for people who would rather not travel.
Yeah, I was looking to see if that was on Zoom and I was surprised it wasn't. It's it's a long drive. It's supposed to be at night.
So
So
the planning board already has a requirement when people are first appointed to do a training,
They have to
they
do
all
training.
have, and Susan,
except for Susan,
she's
yeah.
getting signed up.
Yep.
And the appeals board, the same thing, and they all have as well. So everyone's up to date on the required training except for Susan. I don't think we need to require everyone to take it again.
No, I was just thinking of anybody new. Is there anybody new on the appeals board?
No, I just reappointed, you guys just reappointed, I haven't sworn in yet, Donna Gregory.
But she's
But
been on it
Yeah,
forever.
she's already
Yeah,
had her training, so I question the effectiveness of those trainings in general, they cram a lot in and I just don't know if it would be, could use some money and time for everyone to do it again.
No, I was just thinking of new people and I was thinking of Susan and I didn't know if there was somebody new on the appeals board. So I'll check in with Susan, but let her know that there are some, hopefully other options as well,
I sent
especially if there's another.
an email
Conflict.
about how to sign up and everything, so.
Yep. You sent it to her already?
Yeah, I have a little standard email.
I can-
that goes up to those
I can
people.
get rid of that.
There you go. It's all
All
taken
right.
care of, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Thank you. All right, we have an RFP, couple RFPs to send out. They are for pairing for paving and then doing the paving. And they're two different tasks. And they're over a certain amount. I think if it's over 20,000, they have to be put up for bid.
Yeah.
So I'd like to move that we approve the request for proposals for preparation for paving of Main Road from Upper West Shore Road to Lower West Shore Road. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. And this,
And you good with a pre-bid meeting on the 22nd?
Only thing not included in there. And work, for that's unforeseen, how much is it be? Nobody's gonna give you a set price on that.
Yeah.
And the shoulder.
And now-
Paid.
and that's the conversation that you would want to have with them on the 22nd when we have the pre-bid meeting. Yeah. All right, next, I'd like to approve this request for bids for paving of Main Road from Upper West Shore Road to Lower West Shore Road. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Um,
And this is part of that $750,000 that we approved. We have to do the pre-work and then the actual work, and that all has to go out for bid, so hopefully that 750,000 will get us what we need. Optimistic, right?
And the bids are due in on the 27th because the bond, right? So
Yeah.
we're getting crunched a little on time here because the application for the bond bank has to have that bid figure in it.
Yes,
You gotta award it.
And then that's coming up very quickly, so it's
Yep.
Most
like
not
trying to get it going here.
approved.
and hopefully it'll get some folks to bid.
Well, I'm sure.
Good,
See,
yeah.
not much, just left papers.
All right, August meeting schedule. We've been meeting every other, let's see, we're meeting on the, what's today, the 13th? So the 27th, so the next time would be August 10th? 10th and the 24th, does that work?
Yep.
Does that work for you guys? So we'll have our meeting, our board meeting on the 10th and the 24th. We do have workshops every Wednesday still from 4 to 6, and we do have a workshop from 5 to 6, which is really the only time we're allowed to talk to each other. Which it makes it really tough. So, when we have the workshop, we're not allowed to make any decisions. We can talk about things, but we can't make a decision until we make it formally here. So it's, we're trying to play by the rules, and it's hard when there's so much going on, but, so we're okay with the August schedule.
Mhm.
All right, I think that's it for right now. Any announcements or anything else? No? All right, I'd like to,
One thing I.
Yeah.
Notice that people on Post Office Road were very considerate, using the other. It's just time, which is money. So it's much appreciated.
Oh, you mean I was supposed to go around?
that's okay.
I can't go around.
You're an exception, because you're stuck, or you stuck right in the middle. Kenny and, you know. And people that travel and go to West Shore Road,
Yeah,
I didn't see the whole time we was down there.
that's great. Good.
But,
All right, I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn for, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor.
All right.
All right.
well,
Can you stop recording, Donna?
I'm gonna get some.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
I thought I had your number, but I didn't.
Congratulations on the new job.
Oh, yeah.
You're freaking right.
Yeah, no, I'm up